Welcome back. Today we are learning something very simple but very important, data. So what is data? So data means information. Okay, what is information then? So information that we collect to learn something, understand something, or make decisions. Okay, that's why we require information. So let me give you a simple example. If I ask you what is your age and you say 15, the number is data. So if you write your name on a form, the word is data, right? If I take a photo of you, the picture is also data. If I record your voice, the sound is also data. So remember this line, data is just simple information, nothing difficult. It is raw information before we analyze or use it. That is what you need to remember. Okay. So why do we collect data? So what is the requirement to collect data? So we collect data to answer real life questions. For example, if I want to know what is the average score of the class, I need marks, right? So I need marks to calculate the average. That is the data. If a shop wants to know which product sells the most, they check their sales records. That is data, right? If a website wants to know how many people visited today, right, they look at their visitors count. That is data. Their visitors counts, they need to know visitors count. Okay. If the government wants to know at what time traffic most heavy, they need to check or they need to study traffic data, right? So I think it is clear for you people, right? So data help us to find patterns, like when traffic gets heavy, say 5 p.m. So this is data. So make better decisions, like when to open or close the shop, because for example at the night time the customers are coming, so in the night time they wants to open the shop. That is data. To solve some problems like reducing waiting time in hospitals, right? Training machines and AI, like making smart assistants or self-driving cars, we need data. I think you got some idea, right? Okay. Now so now we are going through where this data is generated. So it may be from human generated data, machine generated data, or business or organization generated data. So moving on to the first thing, human generated data. So typically this data is created directly by people. Example as shown in this particular image, forms and surveys. When people fill the answers, for example, if someone comes and collects your data, that is nothing but in the form of forms and surveys. That is human generated data. Feedback and reviews. For example, if you are watching a movie, you are giving feedbacks and reviews, right? So that is nothing but data that is generated by you. Messages and emails, right? Written communication, that is done by human. And social media posts like comments, photos, all those nothing but likes, etc., etc., are those nothing but human generated data. So these type of data exist because people interact, communicate, and share information. This is how human generated data has been generated. Okay. Now moving on to another one, machine generated data. Here machines collect data automatically. So how? So sensors has been used for collecting the information about temperature, humidity. As you already seen that in your mobile or some other day, the rainfall is this much and the temperature is this much. That is nothing but with the help of sensors. That is data, that is nothing but machine generated data. So I think all you are wearing that, wearing the smartwatches and fitness bands, right? So then in all those smartwatches we'll be calculating steps, heart rate, that is nothing but data, that is nothing but the machine generated data, right? So CCTV and security cameras, like video recording, video footage for some proof, that is data. Traffic counters, right? Number of vehicles are coming in this particular time, number of vehicles leaving in this particular time, that is nothing but machine generated data. Okay, so machines create data without human typing or writing, so they just measure and record the data. I think this is clear, right? So moving on to another point, business or organizational data. So this data is created when business do daily work. For example, sales and purchases, sales and purchase records, what was sold, size, price of that particular quantity, and how the quality has been selling, and what is the quantity that we sell today, that comes under sale and purchase records. Okay, attendance logs, so who came at 9 o'clock, okay, which student attended the class at 9 o'clock, when they came. So these all comes under attendance logs. So bank transactions, deposits, withdrawals are all nothing but business and organization data. So inventory data like stocks, so how stocks behaving, this is about organization data which collects data during its regular operations. For example, if I want to collect the student data at 9 o'clock, organization automatically detects that whether the student is coming to class at 9 o'clock or not. This is about data, and this is about all those three types, how human generated and machine generated, and as well as business generated data. Now moving on to another one, forms of data. So what are the forms we are having? So numerical data, so that is nothing but age, height, marks, prices, all comes under numerical data. So machine loves this data because it is already in number form, right? So another one is nothing but text data. This is any data made from for words, right? Such as examples, reviews, comments, chat messages, that are nothing but in the form of word, and machine convert this word to numbers again. Okay, that you need to remember, machine always wants the data in numbers. And another one is nothing but image data. Already you know, photos, X-rays, scanned documents, all comes under image data, and this image data is converted into pixels later. I will explain all those things in upcoming videos. So the fourth one is nothing but audio data. So voice recordings, music, call recordings, all comes under this audio data. And the last one is nothing but video data, CCTV footage, recorded lectures, movies. So video is in one of the richest forms of data. Okay, richest forms of data, you need to remember that. I think this is about data.